So here we are on day 3 of our Canada Day bench pillow project, and I have got the embroidery done and we're just about ready to start blanket stitching around the applique pieces. So the next step is to blanket stitch or zigzag around the applique pieces, and then we'll be ready to layer with batting and quilt it, but we do need to stitch around all of our applique pieces first before we quilt. So for blanket stitching, you can either use a blanket stitch if you have that on your machine. Mine is number 12 on my brother, and that's the one I'm going to use, but you can also use a zigzag stitch if you don't have the blanket stitch or if you prefer the zigzag stitch. So I'm going to set mine for 12, and I will also link to another applique video at the end of this video as well if you need more tutorial on that. So if you can see here, I've got a little line on my presser foot, and I've lined up my fabric with the line. Let me try and get closer here. There's a line right there, and I've lined the fabric up with it, and you can see through this little clear window on my foot so you can get lined up. And I'm just going to put my needle down, and then I'm just going to start blanket stitching along beside that piece of red fabric there. So you can see I'm just going right along the edge of the red fabric, and then the needle's going over into the red fabric. So I'm going to go all the way around all of these pieces on this pillow cover, and then the next step will be to layer with batting and quilt it, and then the final video will be putting the back onto our pillow. Okay, happy sewing!